John here on the 12th of November. I'm on a spontaneous hike here in Yoshino. It's about an hour and a half away from Osaka. I don't know if I'm going to record much of this. This is more of a pedestrian sort of walk, but and people usually come here during the sakura season, which is the cherry blossoms. This is like I said, mostly a pedestrian walk, but there's supposed to be a little bit more of a hike up at this place called the Kinpu Shrine, so I may record some of that, not sure. At least take pictures. That's it. Thanks. After you hike up this regular road past the cable car, it says not to take the cable car because it only saves you like 50 meters or so. It was a pretty easy walk up to this sort of area up here on Mount Yoshino. And we're going to be taking the road here a bit more to the Kinpu Temple, which kin I think means gold. Alright. So I think this right here going into the sun is the Kinpu Temple. The torii here, I really like it. It's kind of nice. You can see it from down the road. I took a picture of that. I'm going to go up these steps. I think this is the one. And then you can see the sign here. See? Don't know. I'll walk up and see. Yes, this goes to the Kinpu Temple. Well, the year of construction of the torii gate is unknown. Allegedly, the original gate was built using the copper that remained after casting the great Buddha at Todaiji Temple. Interesting. So here we are right now. Right here. Okay. Well, I decided to take a path that wasn't a designated path. After the Kinpu Shrine, I couldn't find this little path that they were talking about in this hiking guide, so I just started hiking up the side of this mountain. It's kind of a path. The parts of it were covered over, so definitely I think this is like a shortcut along the sort of the paved road to some top of some part of this mountain. So I'm going to keep walking up. Well, I put this phone down, so I have no idea where I am, but I've just been following these. Occasionally I'll check my, Google Maps to see where I am and if I'm close to a temple, so I don't seem to be too far from one. And this is definitely back to a somewhat traveled path. I don't think it's a normal tourist path, but definitely someone who's hiking, I think. Alright, onward. Okay, obviously, like I said, I'm not a very experienced hiker. I sort of freaked myself out there, got up to this top of this hill and lost these sort of signs. Then I had to pull out, of course, this phone so I can get back to the Kinpu Temple. And then I came across these signs again, so I'm going to head down this way, which it says, but I had to slide down this big hill here on my butt. So, but I'm okay, good. I think I have some dirt on me and maybe some dirt on my pants, but fine. I think I'm all good. Yep, signs. All right, keep you posted. Like on areas like this, even though this is where the signs are saying to go, see there's a red dot on that tree over there. Came from up over here, but as you see, this is more like real hiking through the forest. I don't have the right shoes for this, but I just want to get down this part safely. And then there's some running water down there. So I'm just going to keep following these signs and checking in with my Google every once in a while. Okay, I just slid down that. I would have had you enjoy that with me, but I didn't want to be holding a phone while attempting to keep myself alive. So maybe I'll walk on this path with you a little bit. Looks a little bit more safe. There's a yellow. Tie a yellow ribbon around the old oak tree. Definitely coming downwards out of the mountain because I can feel it getting a little bit more moist compared to the dry air up there. Speaking of which, I should probably drink some water. Maybe I'll do that once I get down to this little river right here. I think this is the way to go. I don't know. Let me put you away and look around. So I have to get across this to these signs on the other side. Because this is the way to the Kinpu Temple. Oh, looks like it's very shallow here. I'll just step over some of these rocks here onto the other side. Yeah, there. Up over here, onto this rock, and onto this can. Somebody left here, littering. Okay, now I'm on the other side. Oh. Alright. Okay, sorry you're getting this after the fact, but I slid down another mountain, surrounded by trees. I did this similar thing in Hiei the first time where I just, that time I didn't have a phone, so I just had to go towards where the sun was setting and hopefully follow the sun and get out of the forest. This time I have the phone, so I'm just following to where the temple is. So I keep on coming upon these small roads here that sort of end and then reappear somewhere else. So, but I think I'm very close now. So here we go. Well, I'm on an actual road now, so that's a good sign. Went down another side of a mountain right there. It was okay. This time they had the white kanji drawn on the trees that someone left to try to get you somewhere. So, oh, there's a fence up there, so obviously I'm in more rural forestry areas now. I might even have been here. I don't know. Who knows? That was fun. It's exhilarating. And that was 2 hours. So on my hike, I was supposed to be starting to head back now, but now I think I might be back where I started, so I might have more time to explore the town. Maybe clean myself off and go into the town. Yeah, this is exactly where I went off the path. I went down to that graveyard and we went down this way. Somehow I ended up in a mountain. So I'm going to clean myself off a little bit and do some exploring in the city. So here's a metaphor for life. You take paths, strange paths where you don't know where you're going, and you may not end up anywhere. You may find nothing, but you'll have some stories to tell. So we made it out of there, made it out of that forest, and I'm all cleaned up. Look at this pretty tree, beautiful time of the year. And I'm going to hang in this town for a while. There's some town paths that go up to some more shrines that are in Yoshino here. So I'm going to explore some of that. And I think this town is pretty lit at night. It looks like it. There's street lamps all over the place, so that might be pretty to look at later too. And as you can see, look at the beautiful mountains in the background there. All the reds and the greens and the yellows and the oranges. Beautiful. Okay, haven't videoed in a while. Just been hiking up this road. And you can probably not see this too well, but ooh, I got myself up pretty high. And it's so beautiful. I don't even know where I'm going. But there's still lamps along the path all the way up to here, so I think I'm fine. But look at that view. Imagine there's still a few more days before the trees really change. Kirei. Kirei. Very beautiful, I said. I gotta take a photo. I just climbed slightly back into a forest, but not deep. Still along the road. I just wanted to check it out up here. Breathing's getting a little shallow. Must be getting pretty high. There's some stairs. Cute stairs. Picture time. So I think it turns out that I never even made it to the actual hiking trail. I think what I thought was the Kingpu Jinja temple was actually just another temple at the bottom of the hill, whereas I still would have had another hour at least to go up this regular road. I turned off too quickly and went into a uncharted mountain territory. So I think I'll probably have to come back here sometime, and I'll see when the trees are done changing. I'm not going to come back tomorrow. I think it's supposed to be cloudy, but maybe next week if it's not too late to see all this colored beauty still. I'll try to attempt to get to the actual trail, which is up there towards the what is it? Yeah, look at this again. Kingpu Jinja Shrine. Kingpu Jinja Shrine to the Kobo Trail. Well, alright. I also heard some cops saying some numbers and things, so it's probably about time that people start heading down before it starts getting dark. So the sun is sinking, setting over the hills over there. The beautiful, beautiful mountains. Alright.
ネットにもだいぶ出てると思いますね。
そうそうそう、ネット見たらなんかすごく綺麗だった。
なんですけど、吉野山桜でやると加工された写真結構多いですね。桜ですね。まず写真撮りにくいと思いますよ。そう多くて。
毎日も？
ほぼ毎日多いですね。平日。
It's either the ice cream man or it's time they're closing down Mount Yoshino. Good night, everybody. It's a very pretty place. And I'm going to get back to the main road soon, just so I take this shortcut through these beautiful trees. And I need a picture. Good night, fans of hiking and or getting lost. From John Jughead Pierson, punk rock wizard, idiot's guide. Sometimes these pretty things I can't get pictures of with my camera. I mean, the iPhone is pretty great, but I can't get everything, so I wanted to end with that last video, but I'm just taking this just in case I can capture any of this. That lamp looked really cool against the backdrop of this small village up here in Yoshino Mountain, Mount Yoshino. And sun setting as it gets dark. Now I'm just describing the obvious. Like you don't know that when the sun sets it gets dark. But in case you don't, when the sun sets, it gets dark. Okay, here's another one I might use. Maybe not. It's pretty dark. But I had at first remembered that it looked like they had this temple lit up. You know, I saw when it was bright, I saw the lights. And when it was daytime, so I wanted to capture me getting hit by a car. No. I wanted to capture the pretty lights, if it actually is pretty. We shall find out in a moment. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, there it is. Lit up all blue. Alright. I'm gonna try to take a picture of this. John signing off again. Maybe get a little more of this. I think without this bright light there, it's actually kind of beautiful, even if I can't get the whole thing at once. Amazing that they decided to light it up that color. I wonder if they do it in different colors. Sometimes. Wow. Looks like something out of a horror film. Cool.
So I didn't want to put much at the beginning of that one because I think it was self-explanatory and maybe it would have built some tension when I actually got lost if I hadn't put anything at the front of it. I don't really have much information to say about Yoshino. It's very beautiful. It's known mostly for the sakura season, which I think I said in there, which is the cherry blossoms, which are really beautiful trees that sort of turn this white and bluish color. And there's a couple views that when I was standing there and the Japanese and the Chinese people were talking, that's sort of one of the famous views to look over at all the sakura, the cherry blossom trees. I think it has the most in the world, maybe, or definitely at least in Japan. That area has the most, or the most beautiful view of them. And that season is, I think, I don't have this written down, but I think it's somewhere around, it's definitely in April. Also that forest I was in, I don't know much about that. It was definitely the wrong place for me to be. But you know, I mean, there's paths all over the place, and I found some, and then I lost some. But it got a little dangerous there, and I realized later that the Yoshino station had been shut down for a while because of the typhoons that hit Japan recently. So I think a lot of that trail and and where I was in that forest was pretty. Parts of it were devastated by trees falling down. So I think any paths that would have been there before were probably obstructed by broken trees and decaying wood. So it was a little bit dangerous there. The Kobo Trail, I tried to look something up quickly. I didn't see anything more. There is famous runs that go through this whole trail. I'm pretty sure that this trail in Yoshino is part of a pilgrimage trail that you can hike for days, camp out and hike. I'm not to that level of hiking yet. I have never done an overnight one. Maybe I will before I leave Japan. I did do Fuji, but that was easy. You stay in a sort of this bunk bed on the 7th tier on the climbing to the top of the mountain, and you're just with you're with hundreds of people, so it's not like actual camping overnight. So that's it. This was Yoshino, and I'm John Jughead Pierson, and this was a punk rock wizard's guide to hiking and or getting lost, which I did. Thank you.